Before we head out to the deck building site, let's go over some of the tools you'll need. These are the materials you'll need to get started. If you're missing any of the required tools, visit the Tool Rental Center at your Home Depot store. Now we're going to head out to the building site to get started on our deck. We'll be constructing a single-level deck on the back of the home. The deck will be built at the exterior door level. The height of the deck will allow the ledger to be attached to the concrete foundation of the house. We start by measuring and locating the footings. Mark the center of your outside post position. Using your plan, batter boards, and a mason's line, you will create the outline for your deck. Locate your footings at the intersection of the mason's lines. Once the locations for your footings are determined, it's time to dig them out. Before you start digging, be sure to check with your local utility companies to make sure there aren't any underground lines. The depth of your footing holes depends on local codes, but should generally be below the frost line of your area. If your hole is not deep enough, your deck will be susceptible to frost heave. You can dig the holes with a shovel, post hole digger, or a gas-powered auger. Concrete can be poured into the holes with or without sonotubes. Posts can sit on top of the concrete footings on post bases. This is the method we'll be using on our deck. Local codes dictate which of these methods can be used, so be sure to clarify this before you begin. Be aware that most locations require that a building inspector checks the empty holes before you fill them. And now it's time to mix and pour your concrete. After you've done that, insert sonotube forms to make a platform for your cradles. After you've smoothed your concrete, locate and place your saddles. Once your cement is dry, install your posts on the cradles with screws, but leave the lag bolts until later. If you plan to attach your deck to your house, you now need to install a ledger. The ledger is actually a header for the joists. It sets the height of the deck and transfers the weight of the deck to the foundation of the house. Using your plan, measure to determine where the ledger should be attached to the house. Snap a chalk line to mark the position of the top of the ledger. Cut away any siding where necessary. If you cut away siding, you'll need to install flashing. For the ledger board, we're using 2x8 lumber. To attach the board to the house, drill holes through the wood into the masonry using a masonry bit. Then, use masonry anchors to attach the ledger. In our next video, we move on to the framing step when our project continues. The Home Depot has everything you need to get started. Visit us today.